Welcome.
NFL.
We are back. We are back.
Finally.
Yes.
Finally.
Thank you. We are back. This is Chop on the Top, episode 24. We're down, but we're not out.
Yeah.
My name is William Guapo.
Doug Miller.
And Blake Roberts, I want to apologize for last week. We
And
couldn't
we-
go live. Me and Doug are a little under the weather.
And I was
And
I had injury problems myself.
we know,
I pulled a calf muscle.
that's what he calls it nowadays, the calf muscle.
Calf muscle. Definitely a soccer fan. Go ahead.
Definitely a soccer fan, but no, we're back. We're glad to be back. We got a lot to talk about. We're going to cover the national championship game, which I really don't want to. And
That's
the-
it.
No, the college football one.
Okay,
We haven't had a show since then.
that's true.
We're going to cover the Super Bowl
And the AFC is the title game.
in the title games, and we're going to discuss what we're going to be watching other than the Super Bowl. And
Which could be interesting.
literally anything else. And we will get to the
What?
transfer
You want
portal.
to watch the Super Bowl?
I'm being sarcastic.
I'm debating.
I'm honestly on the fence myself.
I'll watch it. After
Let us
church.
know how it is.
Go Eagles.
No.
Any
Oh.
good?
Go Kendrick Lamar.
So you want to start off with
So
that championship game?
let's recap the national championship game.
You're asking me to remember something that happened.
6 years ago.
Did we not? We did too go over that.
No.
Well, we have not had.
It was the night of
It was the night of.
the championship game.
You got
We're
2
out.
weeks. It's been 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
that's last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. So Ohio
let's
State
talk about it again.
won it all. Which is unfortunate.
Let's find a score.
What was the final? I forgot.
I don't even remember. I know Ohio State won, but I think Notre Dame tried to come back or something. It was 30. Ohio State won the national title 34-23 over
Oh.
Notre Dame.
Remind us of
It's
that.
always a good day when the Irish lose. I love it.
I'd rather have Ohio State lose.
It's good. No.
Man, I've been out of
No, a
luck.
lot of Buckeye fans. Congratulations to them.
Congratulations.
What
to
is
the
that,
Buckeye
number 8,
Nation.
right?
I think something like that.
Number
Yeah.
8 number in that name titles.
On over.
And now
top
their
3.
entire coaching staff has apparently decided to leave.
Really?
Yeah, their
A lot of
deep defensive.
coordinators.
Both their coordinators are gone.
Couple more.
Kelly's gone?
Kelly went to the Raiders.
Yeah, Raiders.
Wow. To be what?
Offensive coordinator.
Wow. That's a pretty interesting pickup for
we
Oakland
almost
Raiders.
got him. We thought about going after him.
Really?
Because, stupid ass Liam Cohen. I
Well,
hope that dude loses every game. Chop on the top, Doug Miller. I hope Liam Cohen, the new coach of Jacksonville, loses every game he coaches. Duval. Shut the hell up.
That was one of the
Ohio
worst.
State both
God.
quarterbacks are gone, right? Leonard and Howard
I,
are both gone.
I think so. They said somebody that starts with an S is going to start next year.
yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Stand.
For the Buckeyes.
Was it Buckeye? I forgot what his name.
I still think they're the portal, but it might be. There's
Yeah,
one
maybe.
more portal to go, so let's
Yeah.
just give it time on
Yeah.
that one. I wonder when that portal opens up.
I'm not sure.
But the recruiting day is coming up on Wednesday.
Yep.
Let's see what the top 5 recruiting.
Oh, recruiting day. Recruiting day is Wednesday.
Yeah.
Is it National Signing Day?
Signing Day, yeah.
It is Wednesday.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I know. I'm gonna be watching.
I hope Florida State picks up some. We've had a pretty good run of it.
Not bad.
For as bad as
We've
it
lost some
was.
people though, but
Well, for as bad as it was at the end of the regular season, we made some progress.
right.
What
Regular
what
season.
site do you want me to use?
24/7, baby.
You said as bad as the end
So
of the
the
regular season.
number
was? I
one-
mean the whole regular season.
Well, man, what I'm saying is, as far as losing players, the transfer portal,
Yeah. Oh,
you got the recruiting class, you got recruiting first.
Mhm.
Okay, Texas is still number 1. The usual suspects are there, so.
yeah.
I mean-
Auburn 6. Wow.
That's
But Freeze can recruit. He recruited Ole Miss where he got in trouble.
Oh, Gators are 8th.
yeah, Tennessee's 11th. And Florida State is 19th.
That's not bad.
I was going to say nowhere to be
Not
found.
bad at all.
Well,
Go.
considering where we were, that's pretty darn good.
Duke's 33rd.
Who?
Duke.
Never heard of them.
Illinois is 43rd. UCLA's 44th.
I believe all those schedules have come out now. Eventually, we're going to start breaking down next year's schedules on Chop on the Top. and we'll probably do with the big four conferences.
A couple weeks before
What
the season
Notre-
starts, or
No, one at a time.
okay. Well, you guys putting a lot on each show, man.
Oh yeah,
That's what I'm saying. On the show. Us three breaking down one team schedule.
Okay.
yeah.
That's gonna be
no,
at least 30 minutes.
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying, you got other things you got to put on there.
We got.
You
How
want
many
to
go?
talk about Mount Rushmore? You want to do?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we'll get it. We'll get it all together. But no, I mean, Texas is number one. I'm not surprised. Georgia's number two. No surprise. Ohio State is three with only 3 5-star recruits.
Only 3 5-stars.
Only 3
Ah,
5.
Moses. Oh, God.
Oh,
Auburn is 6 with 0
That's
5-stars. That is
It's
surprising.
not with him. I think he recruits very well. Florida's number 8. That's probably the biggest soccer of the whole thing.
Texas A&M's pretty high too.
Yeah.
Tennessee
I
should.
like where we're at. I like where Florida State is right now. Not too high,
Well,
not
I
too
think we'll
low.
probably end up in the top 15. I'm guessing as we pop up.
Eventually.
Who's ahead of us?
South Carolina.
pass South Carolina.
Oklahoma,
Maybe okay.
Ole Miss.
Maybe Ole
Penn
Miss. Yeah,
State,
I say about 15.
USC.
We might pop. We might.
Looking at down the road in our minds right now, what's the one team next year that you could see winning the title game in their conference that you didn't see win this year?
And their conference.
In their conference.
Do, 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 do.
I'm saying South Carolina.
No.
That has the chance that didn't come close, but could sneak into Atlanta with a great off season, and they have a great coach. Beaver can flat out coach.
You want a surprise?
Well,
You one that didn't win this year?
Right.
Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Michigan.
I think they're
Because Ohio State's losing a lot.
well, Underwood can play.
And,
They already have a quarterback situated.
and they got like a little bit of. I mean, it's kind of weird to say they got momentum, but their last.
I mean, he had a
they
great
beat-
run.
They beat Ohio State
And Alabama.
and Alabama, so there you go. They just got a little
Well, how
momentum.
much was Alabama trying to?
That's going to help
I
recruiting.
think Milroy.
That's going to help recruiting. Look where they're at. 7.
Milroy is starting to dip, in my opinion.
Milroe's gone.
I'm also see what he did in the Senior Bowl.
I would not.
Home run, interception.
I would not draft him. No.
You wouldn't. Okay.
I wouldn't draft him to be a
Let's go ahead
starter.
to the transfer portal.
I would do. I would put him as a backup maybe. He wouldn't start.
I mean, it's possible because he
none,
had
of
a
these
rough.
none of these quarterbacks in this draft this year is a starter. That's another thing we need to talk about the draft.
One thing about Nick Saban, he left Alabama and they're falling. I'm serious. They may be high in the transfer portal, I mean the recruiting class there,
Nick Saban.
but they're falling. Does he have to have him to win?
We're 8th.
Still
You
8th.
guys are 8th in the transfer.
The portal has not opened up yet the second time, so that's where you. So who's going to win again?
LSU.
LSU, Ole Miss.
Ole Miss, Texas A&M. Not much has really changed.
No, that's Texas Tech.
No, Texas Tech. I'm glad.
And Texas Tech being number 3 in the transfer portal, that's pretty impressive.
Nebraska 5.
Nebraska.
Yeah,
That's who I want for coach once.
I guess
we fire Norvell after the season.
Nah, you guys.
Miami.
Right.
I
it's
would.
number 6 because of
Rule.
Beck.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I don't think he's gonna make a dent.
No.
I'm saying
no,
8-4 Miami right now.
I could see 8-4 for Miami. Who would they?
We don't want to be negative Nancy, do we?
You want to
Dave?
be negative Nancy on Timmy from South Park? That's what Beck is, right?
Oh yeah. Except when he plays Tennessee.
Yeah.
Go ahead and click on the schedule, and that's where you're going. We need to go with ESPN next year, starting this all season.
Screw it.
Yeah, that's what I say. But
Anything Disney. Screw 'em.
easier to find a schedule on there.
Right there on the top.
Right there on the top. Yeah, they played Notre Dame.
I can't see it. Dog.
Notre Dame is a loss. SC.
Bethune-Cookman.
Is that Bethune-Cookman or SC?
Bethune-Cookman.
Oh.
They got a little tough. They got a tough schedule.
Bethune-Cookman. South Florida.
Florida State.
Florida
That's
State.
a loss.
For the Gators.
After
Let's
this,
say 3 losses.
after the first 5 games, it lightens up. But when you play Florida and Notre Dame, that's gonna be a little rough.
I think they'll lose both those games.
Well, let's see what Notre Dame does first. Riley Leonard's not coming back next year.
True.
They got to find a quarterback. I mean,
They'll
simple.
They'll get a quarterback.
That's what they hope. They need
It's
it.
Notre Dame. They're the
Quinn
defense. They're
Ewers.
runner up.
Quinn
Understand.
Ewers. If he doesn't go pro.
I'm curious.
There's
to see
2
if he
teams
goes.
that Quinn Ewers is they're talking about is Notre Dame and Oregon.
No, I'd go to Oregon.
I like it. A lot of money in both places.
Yep.
No, Notre Dame's going to get some transfers because of the championship game.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of people transferring out already.
Yep.
So we'll see what happens there.
Looking forward to next year.
It's been a great season of college football, a lot of fun.
Not really.
Well,
Some of us.
I'm good.
but I am looking forward to next year. I'm guaranteeing right now, well, I've already done it before, Florida State is beating Alabama opening day in Tallahassee.
It's tough, man.
Castellano is the right fit.
Do you think?
He's just like Jordan Travis.
He's 3 foot tall.
So is Jordan Travis. Jordan Travis is 5'10".
Yeah, still.
The wide receiving core is a lot more improved. Go ahead, Tennessee. Go ahead.
God,
Get some information on Tennessee and bring it up. I
have
see
no-
your eye rolls.
Listen to me, man.
You haven't said nothing about Tennessee.
Listen, I have no faith in Mike Norvell. So
I understand.
I'm sorry.
The defense might be a little young.
Yeah.
But I like the offense the way it's looking. The firepower, I like the size that our receivers have. There's not a lot of, and then you have our
Yeah.
guy Squirrel can speed, can run. That's the run. That's the burst guy. That's the slot guy.
Right.
So if we get Castellano get blocking, which I think this offensive line will block,
I think it'll be a better offense.
I think they're fired up. Norvell has he lost anywhere else like this?
No,
It's an outlier gate season.
doesn't matter.
He'll make it back.
If he listen to me, if he does not at least get a good bowl next year, I
Listen
can
to
talk
him.
about squeaking in, playing at the
We're not.
freaking
Pop-Tart.
the spick and span
We will be
Mexican bowl,
undefeated.
and if he didn't win,
We'll be undefeated going into going to play Miami at home on the 4th.
no, I'm sorry.
We're gonna be live from Charlottesville, Virginia.
I have no faith, man.
Chop on the top live in Charlottesville.
We're not beating Alabama.
And we're gonna whoop the dog piss out of Virginia.
Yeah, I'm being Virginia.
We'll beat Virginia. We're gonna beat Alabama.
I'm gonna be there.
How did that work out the last time you had a road show?
Well, that's not a good team.
If North
Castellano-
Carolina does not get any major bowl this year, I'm not saying playoff. I'm saying major bowl. Like what's the major bowls that aren't playoffs?
There's not many of them.
A Cheez It Bowl?
And what's
Oh,
the
You're talking about like the one Michigan Alabama played in.
yes, kind of like something like that.
Wyatt Quest Bowl?
Yeah, something like
Alamo
that.
Bowl.
Something like that. If he gets into that, it saves his year. It saves his career for another year.
I'm saying we're in
If
the
he
running.
does it, see ya.
We'll be in the running for the ACC title again.
I would have already fired him.
I
I've been saying that.
Cam Davis is going to have a great. This is going to be a come up year. That offensive line is pissed. That new offensive line coach is going to have them ready to go downhill. That's the way. That's what their offense. That's what. What's the new coordinator's name?
I have no idea. This,
So,
this is going in one ear, out the other.
Well, say something about Tennessee, dog.
Well, I mean, I think we have a pretty favorable schedule.
Real favorable schedule.
We kick off against Syracuse and Atlanta. We host ETSU, Georgia, UAB, and then we go to Starkville, Mississippi.
Man, say breaking those schedules. That's all about your team.
I mean, I think we just lost our special teams coach.
I see. There's 2 losses I've seen. I see.
You can do that every week.
Who we
You'll lose to
to?
Georgia,
No,
and you'll lose to.
not at home.
The 6'7" receiver we got from JUCO could be another Wilson type player. I'm
No,
serious.
we might lose at Alabama.
That's the
You
one.
might.
That's the
No,
only.
I don't think you'll lose there this year. Y'all got their
Who
numbers.
else you got? Oklahoma will be.
We
Y'all
go to Florida.
got 2 losses next year.
Y'all go back to the playoffs right now as we start today. If we talk today, you're in the playoffs.
I think the game that scares me more than any of them going down to Florida.
Well, they're going to be a good team next year.
Because when we go down to Florida, regardless of the sport,
You lose.
not only do we lose,
Get swacked.
not only get sweat, it's almost like we don't know what
Yeah,
the
bush
hell
hog.
we're doing, what the hell we're doing down there.
Get back owed.
Pretty much.
Get graded.
We get belted.
All right.
That pisses me off too.
You know,
My favorite-
it's hard to get off of it.
Listen, my favorite SEC school is Tennessee. It's been like that. If you
Seeing how we're talking about.
who's my favorite quarterback of all time?
Peyton.
Peyton Manning. So I like Tennessee.
Thank you.
We're going to do a new segment on Chop on the Top starting right now. The Washington Monument, not Washington Monument, Mount Rushmore of every state in the Union, including Alaska and Hawaii.
What about American territories?
No.
We're not gonna do a DC.
We're not going to do DC. We're not going to do
It's true, DC.
Puerto Rico, Guam,
No. But
Philippines.
today we start off with the first
College basketball first.
Yeah, you do basketball.
No, I've already
He's
transferred. I already transferred into it.
All right, your transitions are horrible, just like
Not a horrible transition. We were talking about college
transition is
football.
horrible, just like Jen. What's his name?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Horrible transition. But go ahead.
Go ahead.
So we're going to say the first state in the union in the alphabetical order is Alabama. My first thought in the monument. What am I trying to say? Mount Rushmore.
You're a struggle
Nick
bus.
Saban is the number one person in the history of Alabama
100%.
sports.
It's not even close.
Go ahead.
Bo Jackson.
Number one.
Over Nick Saban.
Oh man.
Bo Jackson.
Okay.
Nick Saban.
Yeah. Nick Saban, man. How can you start with Alabama football? Well, I guess you can have somebody else in mind. But how can you start Alabama football without saying Nick Saban?
Bo Jackson was born and raised in the state of Alabama and played at Auburn. And was a multi-sport athlete at Auburn.
Great player. And he's on my Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
Of Alabama players or people.
I put him slightly ahead of Saban because he did multiple sports.
He didn't win championships.
Who would you your starter team right now? Bo Jackson or Barry Sanders?
Bo Jackson.
Very
Yeah.
serious.
I'll probably go because of nowadays. I'm sorry.
You're saying now looking back, he's more durable.
I'm going Barry. But see, they're not more. Barry's more durable, yeah. Because Bo couldn't stay healthy.
Yeah, which is unfortunate.
Bo was probably the top 5
He'd had-
running back all time if he didn't get injured.
Exactly. You think he'd been in both Hall of Fames?
Yes.
Yeah.
Was he that good at baseball?
Oh,
In Major League Baseball.
I mean, I thought he just looked better in baseball than he was in basketball. Football. My opinion.
I will say this. He doesn't get hurt. Or if he does only football, I think he would end up being a better running back than Emmitt Smith.
That's debatable.
Well, Emmett was good because he'd get injured in longevity.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's what I'm saying. Is if
I don't like Emmett.
I can't stand Emmett either.
There's a reason.
Yeah.
But I don't like Emmett. I mean, but I respect Emmett because he's got all those records and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Doug, give us your other
My second one, Bear Bryant.
Nope.
Because he's the one that put Alabama. He pretty much wanted to put Alabama.
I would agree with that. But I would say the reason I don't have Bear Bryant is I don't want to put 2 coaches on Mount Rushmore.
Valid.
But
What about
Alabama sports, you think of what? Alabama Crimson Tide. You think of Alabama Crimson Tide, you think of what? Nick Saban and Bear Bryant.
Well,
Ian? What about Ian? Let me find. Hold on.
no. My number 2.
If anybody gets on here and says Cam Newton, I'm slapping the side of him. Just letting you know.
Let me just make some changes real quick. No, I'm going the round mound rebounder. Charles Barkley.
What do you do with Alabama?
Tore it up.
Do you have stats to back this up? What about Eli Gold? Alabama Mount Rushmore.
Explain it. Who the hell's that?
Well, the greatest radio announcer probably in maybe college football history. And he also did a lot of NASCAR.
There's nobody back for Alabama.
I mean, if you're an Alabama fan,
See, this is
you're
why
probably going to say, yes, he's on Mount. There's a reason right to be on Mount Rushmore. If it's not, your argument is not for him, obviously.
Okay.
But
no.
if you're an Alabama fan, you probably, when you hear that voice, you probably cry a little bit, shed a little tear.
I've got,
Who?
even though I've got 2 coaches
Eli Gold.
in Alabama, Mount Rushmore, I think after Alabama, from now on, that we do the other 49 states or whatever, 50 including, we're gonna do DC. We have to.
Yeah.
I think we should do athlete, not coaches.
Why? I like putting in coaches. I want to do
Just
coaches.
because you just
Well, I'm
pulled
gonna do it.
Eli Gold out of your ass.
Okay, he's part of Alabama history.
Okay, but you're gonna put him over.
No, but I'm just asking the question.
I don't know.
It's a topic.
I'm not putting him over Bo.
I understand that, but I'm just saying, in the history of Alabama sports, he's pretty important for the landscape of that place. If it wasn't football, it's a different story if it was like New York City, New York, or California and all them. But
We did not establish
Now,
rules beforehand.
you want to put people that are born in Alabama but didn't play for Alabama or in Alabama or whatever, because you got Joe Namath.
he played for Alabama.
I mean, not Joe. It was Montana. One of them was from Alabama.
I mean, you can. I don't care. Problem
I'm
with
just saying. That's why I think we should just do athlete.
I want to do coaches. It's very important
I don't know.
to include coaches.
So, Because the last one's gonna be tough.
It'd be tough. That's why it was fun.
Joe Namath is from Pennsylvania.
I
Pretty
think it's
well.
Montana.
Joe Montana was in California. Pennsylvania.
Oh. I don't know then. But anyway. I don't know. Fuck out.
My other
From
two is Derrick Henry and Dante Hightower. Derrick Henry to me is the greatest offensive player in Alabama history, and Dante Hightower, which y'all may if you're an Alabama fan, when y'all get this, hear this, might disagree, but I think Dante Hightower is the greatest defensive player in Alabama history. Won 2 national championships, and I do remember him being very, very dominant when he was playing for them. And somebody would know.
I'm going with Bart Starr and Nick Saban.
That's a good get. Good.
I'm going Derrick Henry. I gotta change my mind with Derek Thomas, even though he's up there. And my last one is the furthest ball I've ever seen hit with my own eyes live was hit by Frank Big Hurt Thomas
Oh, Niger.
in Tampa. He hit the third or second catwalk
Ooh,
in Tampa.
you think about that stadium.
Oh, that dump, yeah.
Yeah.
What's that?
Or it's a dump. I watched them build that damn thing. It's horrible.
Brick by brick.
Yeah, I went
Brick
right down
by
the road.
damn brick.
Right down the road. But yeah, so
Frank Thomas is from Georgia.
but he played for Auburn.
Where are you at today? Are you here?
You gotta get some Auburn people. That's why
No,
I'm
I
saying
have a
if,
problem with that.
if,
That's why I
somebody
said
put Cam,
no.
if somebody put Cam Newton in
I thought about Cam.
Oh
I
no.
thought about putting Cam in there just
He had one great year.
Exactly, that's why you can't put him. He only
okay,
played
can
for
I-
2 seasons.
I'm trying to think of anybody else.
Okay, we're gonna change that. Switch Cam Newton with Nick Saban.
Hey, good God Almighty! Jason Hyman,
I'm sorry, Nick Saban.
he said it. Jason Hyman, he
Nick Saban
said
should
it.
be ahead of all 3 of them.
No,
Without even
I stand by Bo.
He stand by his bow.
that's your Bo.
All right,
Bo
on the
Does
NFL.
Bo know that?
I thought we had that was a good segment. Good start. Good
Yeah,
start.
I like it. But I think
Next
he's
week
an athlete.
we got to figure. I like doing all
Well,
genres.
let's-
Anybody you can think of. It's a good.
Or we can. Why don't we do
Why
top?
can't I ask a question about Eli Gold?
Why can't we do like top 4 athletes?
I'm gonna give you a top 4 athlete.
Here's what we can do.
I like the Mount Rushmore.
Listen. Do top 4 athletes, top 4 coaches of all
I'll
time,
have it in the state.
and then Alabama we'll do 1 a week. Top 4 coaches, top 4 athletes.
Sure.
Huh? I don't understand that.
Okay, next week we have Alaska. Okay. Home
I
of the
know.
home of the Bering Sea.
I like the Mount
Deadliest
Rushmore.
catch.
Mount Rushmore is combining is a topic that people know what that will be.
Okay.
When they see that on our heading, Mount Rushmore this week,
Yeah.
they're gonna know what that means.
Okay, but they're not gonna know who the hell Elliot Gold is.
Eli Gold.
I'm just
Eli
bringing the
Gold.
question up.
I'm sorry, the guy
That's all
from
it was.
ET.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I brought Eli Gold up. Eli, I apologize. I know Alabama fans would have respected that when if they hear it. So that's all I'm saying.
Well, we each have somebody on our list that people
Do whatever you
really
want to do
gonna
with the
know.
list.
Yeah,
Whatever you wanna
look,
do.
younger kids aren't gonna know who Bart Starr is. Nobody's gonna know.
He's very important in Alabama history.
Nobody's gonna know who Bear. None of the young kids aren't gonna know who Bear Bryant is. But I understand that. But I'm just saying that's why I think we should do
John
4.
Ward was better.
I think we should do 4 athletes. That's
John Ward.
You can do 4 athletes.
Comment below.
No
if
one is
anybody's watching. Comment below what we should do.
A lot of minds working in the kitchen.
Because we want your feedback so we can do with what y'all want. Because it's not about us.
On to the NFL.
We have to have ideas.
No, you're good.
Thank you.
Well,
The NFL.
our Super Bowl matchup is unfortunately set,
Unfortunately, the 2 I didn't want to be in there.
but we have to get to the NFC Championship game first.
We do. Wow.
That was
In the NFC,
ridiculous.
the Eagles just beat the daylights out of
Saquon Barkley beat the daylights out of the.
Well, you got to look.
and the
rookie
tush
quarterback.
push, and the tush push.
A lot of turn, a lot of mistakes.
Well,
Lot of
Penalties.
tush push jumping.
trust me,
Okay,
the Commanders are not going anywhere.
question.
Down.
Answer.
Did you hear the referee say if Washington jumped offside one more time, they
I want to talk about that.
where was that in the rule book?
Okay, this is my thought as a referee. If the team is doing it to give an advantage,
Right.
I think it should be called. What advantage was the Commanders getting there?
None.
Name one. The clock was running.
Yep.
The ball's on the half-yard line. They're behind.
They were losing 40 seconds.
Right. Every time it's 40 seconds off the clock.
Uh-huh.
You're not stopping the clock.
Right.
It's running right again. So how is that an advantage for the Commanders in any way?
But here's where I'm going with this.
Right.
That's where he's going with it.
In my 30 years of life,
Oh heavens!
in my
30,
25
Jesus.
years,
God, you're
25
God, you're
years of
young.
watching, actually being able to watch sports and know what the hell's going on.
You watched your football at 30 and you're
But
zero.
listen to me. I know where you're going with this.
Please go there.
Go ahead, finish your thoughts.
I have never heard that call a day in my life.
Right.
It's in there.
Think about
It's
it.
in there.
The last 3 years,
Yeah,
what new shit have you heard that you've never heard
exactly.
these refs talk about? Considering the other team that's in the Super Bowl, and yes, I'm salty.
He's
Refs
talking
gave,
now.
refs gave that
Yeah.
Houston and Buffalo game, both of them to the Chiefs.
Oh, absolutely.
So
That was the first
that's why
time,
I'm
by
not
the
thinking
way.
about watching the Super Bowl. I'm not I don't think about it. I don't know.
I've never heard that call be made,
It's in the rule.
but where are the rules?
Deep down, apparently.
Apparently.
They're gonna find some more.
I think it's scoring.
It's deep down.
It's there. It's really in their rule book. It's really like a sportsmanlike deal. If it's gaining an advantage or disadvantage for one team, to me, it's not an advantage disadvantage when the team's behind, the clock's running, and the yardage is where it's at. They're not getting an advantage. So why would you?
It's in,
Just wait.
it's
Just
in
don't
the
even.
section labeled POA.
I mean, the
Hold out of ass.
there's some places in the
Yes.
rule book are make rules. The rules are weird.
Thank
They're
you,
weird
John.
rules. Every rule book.
right.
I'm telling you, it's there. There's a reason behind it. It's for advantage, disadvantage. If you don't get an advantage from doing it, just put the ball back down and run the clock again.
What's Dan Quinn known for? Who cares about the jumping off sides bullcrap?
I do love the jumping up sides.
What's Dan Quinn known for?
What's he known for?
Defense.
Yes.
What Philadelphia score?
A lot of points.
Double nickel. They scored Derek Brooks out there.
Yeah. Well, like I said before,
Dan Quinn is one of the most overrated coaches in the history of football.
so you don't think he'll get them to where they want to go?
I doubt it. You need an offensive coach. That's why I don't want Todd Bowles anymore either. Tampa. I hate to bring up Tampa, but no, I really don't because
What's the name
I'm
of the coach?
on TV right now.
What's the name of the coach that coached us in the Super Bowl?
Coach who?
Buccaneers.
Oh, Bruce Arians.
Right. That was
Offensive
our
coach.
downfall.
No, it wasn't. It was our offensive coach.
Oh, so now you're a Tampa Bay fan again.
He was.
No,
He's a Brady
Super
fan.
Bowl.
He's a Brady fan.
God, that's so good.
Yeah, but that just a few weeks ago, he was a Bronco fan.
I am a Bronco
He's
fan.
Bronco.
I have worn a Bronco hat that they lost.
He's a flip flop. I've told you this.
No, I'm having a conversation about.
Piece of flip flop.
See this right here?
Yeah. It's called chop on the top. Give him one.
You can't take it.
Okay, that-
Then the other game, the Chiefs and the Bills. The
Yeah.
Chiefs,
I'm done.
32-29. Pat Mahomes goes back to the Super Bowl for the
No,
third year in a row. Hey, he's got two losses in the playoffs. Who are they two?
Brady.
Brady and Burrow.
No, Brady and Brady.
No, Burrow. Burrow knocked him
Burrow
out.
beat him in the AFC title.
There's three. Because we beat him in the AFC title game. We beat him in the Super Bowl.
And then-
that's
Joe
three,
Joe.
well, those three games.
Yeah,
Joe
Burrow beat him.
Burrow.
I know, but they had on the record.
They said two quarterbacks.
I understand on TV it had two losses. You're right. Burrow beat him one time.
Yeah.
And they
You
showed
guys got to get your stats together.
Right. You know they're gonna put anything they can to make it look like
He lost three
twice.
playoff games, and they have given him only two credit for two on the stats in CBS.
He's
CBS is known for.
You're trash.
it's yeah.
I forgot about Burrow. You're right.
Who's doing the Super Bowl? It's Fox this year.
Fox.
Tom Brady and
Tom
Fox.
Brady's in the latest Super Bowl.
Brady's gonna do the Super Bowl.
Brady's in another Super Bowl.
First year of announcing.
Yes.
I love Brady.
Why do you think he started this year?
Listen, though, I mean, I love Brady. Brought me a Super Bowl, but still.
Because Brady pulls me closer to my Super Bowl exposure. What?
That's the song he probably sung when Brady played for the Patriots.
So now you see now you
Sing that again.
Listen.
I want to hear this again.
you know
Doug.
how people were feeling about the Patriots.
Yes.
You know how people were feeling about the Patriots.
Yes.
Tired
I
of them.
remember.
Tired of them. That's how we feel about the Chiefs.
Hey, go ahead and sing that again.
Now you're
Let
feeling
him
how we
sing that
feel.
song, Doug.
Listen, now you feel how we felt
Yes.
against y'all.
Now here's the
Even
thing.
me, I was fine with Patriots because
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. May I just say, there are some things that Kansas City.
You're not going to get away with not singing that again.
How about this? Let me do this point and I'll sing it again. Okay. There are some things that the Chiefs.
Man, I feel good.
that
God,
the Chiefs get away with There are calls the Chiefs get away with
Yeah.
that the Patriots couldn't even dream about getting away with.
I disagree. I was there, dog. I was there, William. I enjoyed every minute of it.
But I'm just saying right now that fourth down at the end with Josh Allen, that was the first down.
That was absolutely the first down.
The
I don't
difference.
think they shouldn't even have had to been in that situation because who's the tight end? Kincaid or Knox?
Yeah.
He got a first down the play before that,
Yeah, no.
and they put the ball back.
But the thing is, you're not going to get there with me because I was there for every game, and I know we got away with stuff.
Oh yeah.
I'm not saying we didn't get away with stuff, but there are just some things that the Chiefs get away with we never would have.
Well, see, here's what we'll say. The NFL cheats for the Chiefs. I mean, it
Exactly.
almost says cheats. Cheats. Sounds as almost the exact same thing. For Brady and them, they wrote the rule book for Brady. Different stuff for Brady.
Yes.
Top rule. Stuff like that.
They invented rules
I would
because
say-
they were so good.
But here's my thing.
Has the NFL even wrote a rule because of Kansas City?
Not that I know of.
Like the late hits.
Do you really think that rule was written for Brady because he wasn't that great yet?
The tuck rule.
Oh, hell yeah.
He had no idea what he's going to be, what he's going to become at that time.
And I think looking back.
Hey, money talks, baby.
So Brady pulled me closer to my Super Bowl ring.
Where did you learn that song from?
Who sings it?
It's a YouTube parody.
Okay.
Well, how long ago was that done?
Who sings it?
It's a parody of Closer.
Okay, let them do it. Anyway, let's on to the next one.
There's the Super Bowl. Sunday night, 6:30.
Eagles!
New Orleans, Louisiana.
Eagles!
Bayou. Not Bayou, but
ABC.
Yeah.
It is New Orleans.
the
ABC.
Kansas City versus the Philadelphia Eagles, the final football game of the year. And then we all go into hibernation.
No, we go to Cobras.
Oh, yeah,
It's
forgot.
Gators.
The Carolina Cobras.
CFL.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I might be going to a CFL game this year.
Okay.
You want to invite us?
Do you have passports?
I ain't going to Canada.
Hey.
He loves going to Canada.
So, in my opinion, it's not. I hate to say this, as much as I really don't want to see anytime anybody get more things than Tom Brady. I'm gonna have to go with the Kansas City Chiefs winning their third straight Super Bowl and 4 out of the last 5.
I would be all right.
Is he one?
I honestly would be all right with the Chiefs winning if Travis Kelce retires at the end.
What if he proposes at the end?
I don't give it. That's fine too. As
Yeah.
long as you get that damn skinny stripper pole out from my damn NFL, and you also get Mr. Pfizer out of my damn NFL. Yes, I'm gonna get political because screw them both. I'm having trouble not cursing right now. It's PG, and I know there's kids watching.
What about
Past their bedtime.
what about
But screw.
Mr. Kermit the Frog?
Yeah, I don't mind Mahomes.
I can't stand Mahomes.
Well, you know why?
I got so much respect for him. He's been able to do either he's another Brady.
There's a reason
He
why. I
wins.
like him.
He knows how to win.
He
All right, here's
honestly
why I tolerate him. We'll say.
is.
But he does get rules. He does get calls. He shouldn't get calls.
But despite all other stuff, what's game wise? What do you think the Eagles have to do to win? I think yes,
Keep the ball out of his hand.
Saquon Barkley can carry that team to a championship.
Have a 2-possession lead at the very, very end,
Kind of what we
and
said
not
about
let
the
them
Rangers.
come down and get a damn tie, and then because you know they're going to win the coin toss. And they always do. Think about it.
Yep.
I mean, a lot of bets made this week. Anybody making a bet here?
I'm on the fence.
I don't know yet.
Well, FanDuel.
I'll probably
drop some on FanDuel.
I'll probably do player ones, not team ones.
I might do the Eagles.
Because I might do Saquon. Because I think Saquon. Eagles
What,
win.
what,
Saquon.
what books do y'all use?
I don't use. I use
FanDuel.
ESPN bet too.
I use ESPN back.
FanDuel's
Let's
easy
do
to
that.
remember.
Eagles win. Who's MVP?
Saquon.
Saquon. I kind of want. Here's the thing. I kind of want Saquon to do well. I want Saquon to win MVP, just to continue to make the Giants look like darn idiots.
But we
Don
know why you don't like the Giants. But anyway, because
It's New York.
no, it's
New York.
It's because they
Yeah.
Brady
Yeah.
twice.
Yeah.
But that's another one. He's up for Hall of Fame this year.
Who is?
Eli.
He will not get in.
He
He
will.
will get in.
Yes, he will.
No.
Oh man. Tell us why, Doug. You know, William.
He's like top 15 in all the stats. He's gonna get in.
Tell
And
him.
he
Go ahead.
beat Brady twice.
Hey, go ahead.
2 titles.
He just outside of those 2 Super Bowl runs, what did he do in the playoffs?
What else? What did
He doesn't need to.
we just talked about him for Alabama?
So
What did Joe Namath do other than win the Super Bowl with the Jets?
that was the most bullshit Super Bowl I've ever seen.
What else did he
His
do?
name is in the Super Bowl or in the Hall of
He
Fame?
won more. Had more losses than wins. He had more interceptions than touchdowns.
Just think, another one's going to be in. I think the year after that is Roethlisberger. He's first ballot.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
that was
definitely,
the
he
end.
definitely.
Same stats. How's he not? How are we doing? How is he
He
like?
just being petty.
They got this almost exact same stats.
Okay, so
That's
on the
different.
betting-
Hats off.
on the betting,
Answer the damn question, dog.
No, who's you said Saquon?
I said Saquon.
I say Saquon too.
And for the Chiefs,
I think Kelsey. Just
it's
because
gonna be Mahomes.
Mahomes.
Cycling Brady
I
would
think
always
it's gonna
get
be
it.
Kelsey because he's gonna
It's gonna be Kelsey. So
Pfizer it up in halftime. Honestly, I don't give a
Kansas City's a -1.5
Yeah, I'm going Kansas City. It's pretty easy.
with a minus
Pretty much.
money line.
Pretty much a straight up bet.
Yeah. That's not noise.
The
Dog.
dogs.
No.
That's their fan. Or
So
what.
usually I get excited about either the game, the halftime, or commercials. This is why I watch Super Bowl. There's the three things I do.
Kendrick Lamar.
No
What
freaking
was
what the
that?
hell that is.
He's the guy who's been beefing with Drake,
Okay,
Okay,
I don't know who
still,
the hell
who
Drake
cares?
is.
the Canadian rapper.
Sure.
I'll tell you what you always say. Who cares?
Right. Exactly.
This is really.
And then the commercials. I might actually watch the Super Bowl this year for the commercials. I mean, I don't get off till 8 o'clock, so I'll be working. So
You know what I think should be the
Sure.
halftime show? Donald Trump.
Hey, I should be the halftime show.
Trump will be there.
I guarantee he'll be there.
They need to do some damn rock. I know it's not going to happen because what's his name? You know who owns the halftime show?
Nope.
You don't?
So,
Yes.
Jay-Z,
Oh.
Rock Nation.
Oh, okay, that's right.
That's why if you notice the last how
Man,
many years
then
it's
the-
been high hip hop or
Yep.
whatever.
That's right.
That means,
Which is not a bad thing.
but yeah.
bring on.
But you'll never
George
see a
Strait.
rock.
George Strait.
Oh no, not country.
Take yes or no.
Last country one that they had was back in the '90s, and they said it was the worst.
You don't think George Strait be a good halftime show?
No.
Good God Almighty, man.
No.
Can you imagine? Check yes or no. Sometimes she's grown up and she's my wife. Raising two kids with stars in her eyes. Chasing me blue.
Hey, I'm
with
starting
all
to-
head in a room.
I'm starting a GoFundMe page
We ought to start a page,
to
really.
deal with these guys.
Make some
because
money.
To
We
pay
can make
our
a-
baby's
we need to
babysitting
start
They
making
fee.
put me in. They're putting me 1 foot in the grave each time.
Foot,
Very
one side and the other. Then I discovered. I don't know.
Yeah, hunches of
Actually, I
real
might watch the
person.
Puppy Bowl. That's every year, isn't it?
Hell yeah.
That's ready to.
Puppy Bowl.
It's real business.
It's a puppy bowl every day.
The Puppy Bowl.
I do too.
It's called Take the Dogs Outside.
All right.
Now let's get to the real business.
Can't believe this.
Extra sec. No.
You're not even a Duke fan. You're a Tennessee fan of basketball.
Actually, I've been a Duke fan since 2001.
I can't imagine why.
My mother worked there.
No, they won a championship in 2001.
2001. You were like.
Yeah, well, no, legitimately, that's what my
This
mother
guy
said.
tries to convince me that the reason why he liked them then because his mom went there and it's not the year they won a national championship.
No, she got
Quit trying to do that. Don't
She
do
got
that.
out after
You're not pulling it off. Don't do that to me.
There's
Talk
only
to
one
Doug.
Duke player that I've ever, two that I've ever liked.
If you say later, we're gonna have problems.
I don't know.
You don't like Leitner?
Blue Wildang
I didn't ask you out your mom.
and Carlos.
That's it. You don't like. You don't want.
Reason why is because they were both Chicago Bulls.
How do you not like Leitner if you're a Duke fan? Why you like it on me?
You
Your
don't
cat
like-
hair?
You don't like Leitner? And
Hey,
you're a Duke fan?
it has to do with Shaq getting screwed off the Olympic team.
Oh, okay. Talk to Isaiah about that.
Isaiah got screwed off.
well, they-
This guy said Shaq. Isaiah Thomas got screwed off because of Christian Leitner.
Yes.
It's okay today.
Yeah.
That's my mother.
You're okay.
Was there no?
Well, that too. But no, big weekend of college
Who's your top 5 Duke players?
Shire, Reddick,
Shire is he your top 5 and Leitner's not?
Allen.
Allen. This guy is off his rocker.
Oh, Mr. Trippy?
You don't like Bobby Hurley?
Bobby Hurley, Elton Brand.
Grant Hill?
Yeah, 4 Final Fours.
I don't even like Duke, and I know a lot of. I know.
What about Cherokee
I know like
Fox?
15 better than what you said.
Johnny Dawkins.
I know you're messing.
to piss this
Well,
guy
please
off.
do. I enjoy getting pissed off. I ain't pissed off in a while. It's been good.
And
Hey, I got a question. I got an
can't
idea.
make what
The
you want
answer-
to.
Let's go back to the Mount Rushmore. Scoot your punk ass over.
We already made the idea.
Listen,
Do what
let's
you want
not
to
do
with it.
states. Let's do colleges.
I don't do states.
Ooh, maybe after
We can do
states.
more than we don't have to. We can do that again. We can run through it again.
Ooh,
It's not an ending list.
Yeah, but if you only do like 2 a week,
ooh.
it's gonna take.
That's what the
We're,
point is.
it's gonna be zombie apocalypse outside. We're the only ones watching.
No, I'm doing things to get to the next conversation.
All right.
Trust me, Doug.
Tag us.
It's a great idea.
That's probably why nobody's fucking watching.
Oops.
It's his fault.
Oops.
Are you sure? Are we sure we're live?
Yeah, well,
Yeah, it's live. Yeah, because I can
This
see.
guy probably missed.
I see it on here.
I'm-
I mean, it showed me at views.
I'll tag y'all later.
Tag us later, dog. How many times? And when are you gonna start sending me the tag so I can send to my friends?
Don't get to it.
That's been 2 weeks ago. You haven't done this. Anyway.
I know. It's called been busy with school.
All right. So college basketball. Did we learn anything and not learn anything this weekend? Well, Carolina.
So
God, they're bad.
Hey, I gave them the benefit of the doubt, but it's pretty bad.
I
as
mean,
they fall into as they fall into
So, how much
they
longer-
cheer that devil team
When do you
again.
think Hubert Davis?
he's not on there.
Extend
He
him.
still
What?
got.
Extend
Trust me.
him.
What we see before the show? Will Hubert Davis? Who
Uh,
might replace him?
Phil Jackson.
Phil Jackson. Why wouldn't he? They got Bill Belichick.
He's a little older.
It
But,
doesn't matter. You got two big.
Doesn't matter.
Can you imagine all the kids that are going to want to play for them? Because it's
You asked me about Hubert Davis.
yeah.
The answer is
Extend
it's going to be at least another year. But I believe the alumni is going to, like Michael, Kenny Smith, the guys with the big bucks, is going to start feeding him money for NIL, and saying, your idea, you tried your idea. Like, only players that want to play for Carolina and whatever, loyal Carolina players, but that's not the real world anymore. The real world is if you want to win, you spend it. What are you laughing at? I'm making a point and you're laughing at my point.
Yep.
So you don't think Carolina's gonna make it back from this with all the great Carolina players coming and spending money?
You mean ever?
You're telling me Michael Jordan can't spend his money and
Not
get
this
Carolina
year,
back to what
next
they want to
year.
be,
Next year either.
huh?
Not this year.
They're
Next
still gonna-
year.
Why not next year? They got Caleb Williams coming in.
Caleb Williams?
Uh,
Oh, Wilson.
well, I think I'm going to say
They
that.
still have Ian Jackson coming back.
And we'll be hanging a banner next year.
I understand that, but Michael Jordan, Kenny Smith, Vince Carter, them guys with the big bucks.
You know
Don't think,
what?
I'm asking you a question. You don't laugh through my spot. I'm making a point, dog.
I'm going to answer your question. I'll answer your question. I hope that when Duke raises their banner next season, after winning it all this year, it angers the Carolina brass so much they panic.
They're going to panic. They're going to bring the money.
And it's
It's
going
going to be Carolina basketball back on top again.
Nah, Carolina's not going nowhere. They're just having a down year. They'll bring in another.
Ebert thinks the name is more important than money, and it should be, but it's not the real life anymore. Money talks, bullshit walks.
Exactly.
Did Roy Williams go to Carolina
Yes.
school?
Yeah.
Did he play for them, or did he go? Was he alumni? So
Yeah, he's a little.
I didn't know that. I was saying because I'm thinking they need to bring somebody in that's not an alumni.
I've always thought about that, and I think Oates would be a good idea, but it's too late now. He ain't leaving Alabama. That place right there, they love him down there.
I would leave Alabama for North Carolina.
In the old day,
Yeah.
theoretically, you would think that, but Alabama's got so much money going to him right now that he ain't leaving Alabama.
Carolina should have threw.
No,
West-
I thought he was the guy. You had to give it to Hubert.
What's the dude's name that's in Connecticut?
Early?
Hurley.
I don't want him there.
Can you imagine that though?
Yeah, but he don't match the
Somebody
Carolina.
from Duke,
personality.
from North Carolina.
No, he did not go to
He's at
Duke.
ASU. You're talking about Bobby out at Arizona State.
What's the other Hurley?
Dan Hurley, the one that won 2.5 championships.
Okay.
He didn't play for Carolina. Bobby Hurley played for Carolina. I mean, dude,
Oh,
he
yeah.
didn't play. Bobby Hurley.
Oh, okay, my bad. I get confused. All I gotta say is screw
Bobby
both.
wishes that he was as good as Dan at coaching. Both of them like to argue with referees a lot. That's their
Yeah.
equality.
Why are you upset
Dan
about that?
Hurley went to Seton Hall.
Oh. I don't know. Maybe a.
Tennessee beat Florida this weekend. Got their win back from
never
a week
seen
ago.
that in my life.
Man, that was a beautiful.
Never seen you do that in my life. Fuck the game.
Is Auburn?
Pardon my language.
Who's the
children.
best team in college basketball right now?
I would say it's a tie between
Yo,
Duke-
mama.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't watch college basketball.
Duke or Auburn. No, I
I
hate
don't agree.
Auburn's coach. I hate Auburn's coach. I hate
I
Auburn.
like you. He's
Well,
right.
UCLA. That's the women's. Is the women's UCLA number one?
UCLA.
Women's are number
They're
one.
number one.
They're pretty good.
Women's Florida State's women are good too, man.
Yep. Carolina, but girls basketball is good.
Yeah, not like, who beat them yesterday?
Florida State.
Florida State.
Snooze.
Florida State. They were 13th ranked. Florida State had been ranked yet. Florida State's 25th now, unless they've moved up.
I think so, yeah.
But when they beat them, I think Tar Heels were 13th or 12th.
Nah, Saturday was a good day for me.
Below Duke and Auburn, everybody else is pretty much just fighting the position.
Well, that's one good thing I will tell you about college basketball. It's gotten way better. It's gotten more competitive.
And more
Back in the day, you'd have 7 teams. And that was it. And then it just dropped down and it was horrible. Now you could have a mid-major 65th team beat a number one. I mean, it's
beautiful.
college basketball is very
What's that?
I will say this: Saturday was beautiful because it started off with Six Nations rugby.
Oh man.
The Irish beat the English.
Why are you doing this to us?
this guy. He's gonna start talking about grass hockey in a minute. I know he is.
That was Sunday, but yes.
Grass hockey.
The SEC
What's
standings.
grass hockey?
Soccer,
Oh
football,
my god.
football, gancho.
Yeah.
Let me tell you this though, truly, Alabama is a favorite to it. They're up there.
I can take it.
College basketball?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I look at them and I see what Carolina should be. They don't make any mistakes. They make the plays they make are very intelligent plays. They're more intelligent plays than Duke. Duke's got a great team. Don't get me wrong, but they do turn the ball over some. They did turn it over a lot against Carolina. This Carolina had no idea how to take advantage of it. Alabama is a very veteran-laden team. Same thing with Auburn. They're going to be tough to deal with in March.
See, when it comes to college, I watch the women's more than I do the men's.
And
That's
Ten-
why I have three. I have three women's teams. I do have you know how some people have that one team that's a bandwagon and everybody jumps on. Like y'all, I'm not saying y'all bandwagon Patriot fans, but you have your Patriots. You have your. Mine was my Bulls, but I like UConn. Always liked UConn.
Yep.
So
Get out.
okay,
Get out. I can't stand
You-
you, fun. I can't stand it.
there's no way you're gonna be able to get me out of here. You're like,
That's right.
I think craft's bigger than you. You're doing a good job. Catch it. It's working.
You okay over here?
It's
I'm moving backwards.
In the Big Ten right now,
Time.
the battle right now between Michigan State and Purdue. Michigan has really had a great year with their
Yeah.
new coach.
In the Big Ten?
In the Big Ten, they're third.
Oh, shit.
Purdue, even without, that's how great a coach Painter is, even without the big boy and all the players they lost last year.
Wisconsin out
I'm
of
talking.
the back.
Cuts right in on me while I'm making a point. Why do you do that? You okay? I'm the one that's supposed to be sick. You're sick in the head, dog. God, he's sick in the head. But Purdue, even without the better players from last year, have come out and had another great year. That's how great a coach Painter is.
Mhm.
Too bad he can't even win a national championship. He won't win one this year.
I think only one of two teams can win the national
That's
championship.
not true.
Oh, one.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Go ahead. Go ahead and make this. Go ahead and make this statement.
I think it's either going to be Auburn or Duke.
I put money on the field. $5.
Chop on the top.
$5.
Chop on the top's going to be really
Remember
good
that
when
bet?
it comes to the tournament.
Remember that bet?
5 and 1.
$5. He said Auburn and Duke, and I took the field.
Oh, okay. That's a good choice.
Write it down, Doug.
I mean, who the hell else is it going to be?
It's the NCAA tournament.
Right.
I get it. I get that. but-
Auburn got knocked out in the first round last year. I'm not saying it's going to happen this year, a better team this year, but they got knocked out in the first round last year. Remember that?
You know who's been scary good as
I'll get more into it once the tournaments start. Not the big one.
Tournaments.
The conference.
Yeah.
That's when I start with conference.
The only thing that hurts Duke is that the
Okay.
ACC
It's
is
bad.
crap. I mean, Duke is up
Which you
until
don't
like,
ever, hardly ever hear that.
Well, it's coming. It's been lately.
It's horrible.
and you have Clemson, but then it's just like a crapshoot after that.
Well, Louisville's not bad.
Louisville's not.
They can make a run, a 2-win run in the tournament. Clemson's not bad too. When after, like you say,
But I think they're going to get the fewest amount of bids.
oh, you better believe it.
And Florida State's also doing their typical do well at the beginning of the season and suck when it comes to conference play.
Right now, to me, there's only 3 teams that are in: Louisville, Clemson, and Duke. SMU, Wake, Stanford, whatever. But Louisville, Clemson, and Duke, 3 teams
Fewest, I think, could get a lot of teams.
in the NCAA tournament in ACC play.
I think the Big Ten could get a lot of spots.
Oh, they will. Big Ten, SEC,
I think
Big
it'll be
Big East,
Michigan State, Purdue, Michigan, Wisconsin,
the Big 12.
Maryland, UCLA, and Illinois.
I think ACC will get 4 teams in, and then somebody.
Who's the other team?
But listen,
Let's see.
they'll get 3 teams in, but 1 team will win the ACC tournament that you don't think will win it.
Okay.
Like Duke will get up.
Like last year, the state.
Yeah, it was like State last year.
Screw state.
Screw State.
And this year's the Pitt Panthers. I don't know. I was kidding.
Well, the SEC is going to get Auburn, Alabama, Missouri, A&M, Florida, Tennessee, maybe Ole Miss.
There it is.
Kentucky will make it.
In the Big 12, Arizona, Houston, TCU, Iowa
Yes,
State,
15 wins.
Yeah, 15 wins.
They'll get 5 more wins.
obviously Kansas.
They'll get 5 more wins this year, including the tournament.
Kansas
Or
is 6 losses.
SEC tournament. They'll win 2 games in the SEC tournament.
So Duke is 17-2. Boy, Iowa State looked terrible.
Yeah. That's why I don't put them in the top tier. They're below
Oh, here
Alabama.
we go. Here we go. Here's the updated. Yes, Auburn, Duke, Alabama,
Who did Auburn lose to?
Duke, and Maryland.
Then how is Auburn ahead of them?
Duke has 2 losses.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's the way it goes sometimes.
Who Duke lose to?
Kansas, Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Oh yeah. Well, see, that's coming off Kentucky, so you got to go all quality win.
Kentucky's had a great year, but I don't think they're going to be around much in March.
No, I think they'll be up.
Not one and done,
They'll
but
be there for a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
And
that's it.
who I could see making a sneaky run is Illinois.
Good. I saw them play last
You
night.
in Illinois.
Yeah,
It was Bob basketball or football too.
yeah. But I can
You
still
think my daddy's paying me to talk about it?
I don't know.
gas the money. I'll talk about it.
Let me think. Hey, Dad, how much are you?
But I think Illinois, like you say, I watched them play
Nothing
yesterday.
against it. I just
They got a big boy. He can play. He can manhandling people inside yesterday against whoever they play. When they
You know
play
what I
right now.
can't stand? Memphis.
You like? You know what? I can't stand when somebody cuts me off when I'm still talking.
You know who's going to be a sneaky? The Central Michigan Chippewas.
Why don't you cut him off?
I have no idea.
You're scared of him? You're scared of him, aren't you, Williams? Just admit you're scared of Doug.
You don't.
I know, I love Doug.
You don't.
That's
cut
not a
me
question.
off
You
either.
still be scared of him and love him.
You don't cut me off either. You scared of me?
Yeah.
I don't cut anybody off.
Oh, you just got
I
me
try to
off.
let somebody finish. You ain't made a point in about 5 minutes.
Like I told him, if we don't mess with the people, if we don't love you, we're not going to mess with you.
Exactly.
Well, mess with me all you want, but don't cut me off. God bless it.
I'm open that nose up again.
It's still open.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's just fuck up.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Feel bad for Blake. He was in the ER a couple days ago.
yeah,
Massive.
Right.
He's
He needs to stop
feel
it.
bad for him, man.
there were some
Man,
good-looking women in that
pray for
VR.
everybody.
Amen. Amen.
But there's the nurse that helped me out. I guess he called him a nurse. I don't know if he called him a nurse or a doctor. And then the person he was with, it kind of gave me heebie-jeebies. Like if I was an old person, they try to put me down.
They will put
Well,
you-
thank God you're not an old person.
There you go.
I mean, you might look like one.
But she would come in there and ask me a question.
She's definitely
She'd come in there and ask me a question. And then she'll go, oh, wait, I got to go ask him about this. And he come out there and say, da. He told me the thing you stick in your nose to stop the bleeding. So I'm going to stick it up there and you're going to like it. And I don't think you're sticking anything up me and I'm not going to like it because that'd be a lawsuit and a half.
My question is he came at you and went, da.
No, he didn't.
Because that's Canadian doctors do that stuff.
Really?
That's beautiful.
That's why it's free.
Yeah, it's Canada.
Okay.
All right.
Beautiful.
Anything else you want to get to tonight, Doug? Or William?
Big game. Stay. Tennessee hosts UConn in women's.
Okay.
That'll be a big one.
Tonight in the big. Okay, you're right. Tonight in the
Go in.
big Monday, it's
UConn.
Kansas and Iowa State from Lawrence.
That's tonight?
Yeah,
That's tonight.
I think Kansas wins.
Because it's in Kansas.
Kansas.
Not so fast, my friend. Give me Iowa State.
Really?
I don't know. I don't watch college basketball.
Tuesday is Ole Miss and Kentucky. That'll be an interesting one.
Florida Vandy. Vandy's top 25.
That's a damn shame.
Wow.
This is a
I gotta
damn
get
shame.
I gotta get my bet in for that game.
So, we do have one thing to discuss: the trade.
What trade?
What trade?
The trade of the weekend.
One of the biggest
Hey,
trades in the history of basketball?
Yeah,
Look at AD.
Yeah.
Screw the trade.
boy,
Why?
I don't get it.
I think it's who's the NBA's babies?
Luca,
Boston.
Boston and who?
They're not Lakers.
Come on, man.
LeBron is the baby, not the Lakers.
Lakers. When Lakers and Boston are relevant, NBA thrives.
Which
Yeah.
is true.
That's their two babies.
I don't.
This is keeping
Go ahead.
the Lakers relevant for the next 10 years.
Okay.
LeBron's not going to play another 10 years. He will play another 3 the most.
Here's my point. The team was coming together.
Right.
I've never seen a team trade a player in the middle of the year when the team is finally starting to gel. Christie's going to be a big loss for the Lakers.
Were they really coming together though?
Yes,
No.
I can see it.
No.
I don't know, man.
Okay, let me say I've been watching the Lakers since
Not much.
1999, since Michael retired. Christie was a great player. He was a great up and coming rookie, and he was in the starting lineup. They're taking him out of the starting lineup as well as AD. That's going to hurt.
Okay. Who else did the Lakers get?
I don't
Just
remember.
Luka.
It's Luca and some other guy from that another guy.
They'll put Hachimura. He'll start.
I like Hachimura,
So
but I don't like messing the team up when they're growing. They're a 10-game above 500 team,
I don't
and
think
you're
it had
taking your best two of your best players off the starting lineup and taking them out and putting some other person in, and now they have to gel again.
I don't think it had anything to do with this year.
I understand that.
Yeah.
And that's where you're wrong as far as the Laker franchise. Go back in the past and tell me when Jerry would have done something like this. Jerry West or Jerry Buss.
You gotta remember it's nowadays, man.
I understand, but I'm asking you the greatest what's it called? Greatest box office owner GM in the history of maybe the NBA is Jerry Buss and Jerry West.
Right.
And even Pat Riley or
Right.
Phil Jackson.
No, you're right, yeah.
Who did more? I mean, why would you? They never took a player out of the middle of the season and traded him away.
Yeah.
It always happened in the off season. Their deals always
So,
happened.
do you think
Shaq leaving the Lakers was one time in the middle of the season, and they were wrong. Yes, they were wrong that time.
So you're thinking that the GM and the owner right now had anything to do with this trade?
Rob Pelinka, yes. Genie, yes.
I don't. I think it was all LeBron James.
He didn't know about it.
No, LeBron just about.
He had no idea. And I believe it. I believe he didn't know.
Dude,
He loves AD.
2 years ago, he was screaming, "I want to play with Luka."
I understand, but
He was
AD,
screaming that.
he loves AD.
He says that.
Then that's the whole thing. If I find out LeBron wanted this done now,
Yeah.
he's an idiot.
Oh, he's an
I
idiot.
think he's called the GM. And don't look at me, I'm a Celtics guy.
Was Max Christie? What's his name?
Max Christie.
Was he taking out of LeBron? Was he taking out of LeBron's minutes?
Probably.
I mean,
There you go.
this is the best team we had since maybe the championship team. Not my opinion.
You mean the Cubic Cipronian team?
Whatever you want to call it. Because this team was gelling together. They had great shooters. The shooters were starting to shoot threes, knock them down.
Yeah.
They beat the Knicks without AD.
I don't
In
want to
New York.
hear anything about that championship.
Okay.
That was a
I like.
bubble
I
championship.
understand.
The COVID championship.
And
The one in Disney where nobody had to leave. They didn't even have to travel.
and you know who has a championship team now? Oh, Boston.
Do they?
Okay.
Yeah, they won last year. They beat Dallas. They beat
Oh, yeah.
No, you're so
I'm
slow.
talking about right now. I'm talking about
Real
this
quickly, who do we play this? Who do you play this week?
Who?
Which
Who does
team?
Tennessee play this week?
Tennessee, the good old Volunteers.
They play Missouri at home. What do you got on that game? Missouri's a tough team this year.
Well, I could see that going either way, honestly.
We'll go Tennessee.
And then we go to Ain't No Love in Oklahoma.
We're down to
Oh, and then next Tuesday, I don't
Okay.
even know the show before that, but
Right.
we go to Rupp.
the. Woo! Are you going to go live from there?
No, I will never step foot in Rupp.
Even if you got a ticket. Okay. Then Carolina's got Pittsburgh Saturday.
I got too
Yeah.
much of a mouth.
I still think Carolina's going to win Saturday against Pitt. I think they'll come out fired, ready to go. Hubert will have a whole week of them in practice, and maybe desperation time for Carolina basketball. Maybe.
Duke goes to Syracuse and to Clemson this week.
I think Clemson Saturday is going to be a tough one.
I think so too.
Clemson and who?
Duke,
No, Duke plays Clemson and who?
Syracuse.
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 So Clemson's the best, second best team in the ACC, probably.
And then they have to go to Clemson.
Is Syracuse good?
Yeah, no.
Middle of the pack. 10 and 12.
No, no.
No.
He said they're good, and you had to go to the record to find this out.
I mean, you never can rule out
You're only
Syracuse.
as good as
I'm
your
gonna
record.
rule it out.
You're only as good as your record.
There you go. Well,
I'm waiting for that weird loss that Duke always has.
Yeah, I think that's going to be Clemson.
Clemson, that's not a weird loss, but it's,
Like that goofy loss.
they're not
where
going to have
they-
one of those.
where they
NC
lose.
State or something.
Where Duke loses like at Wake, at Virginia Tech, somewhere on the road at Atlanta.
They're going 19-1 at least. Clemson's the last team they'll have a chance to lose to.
I could see us losing in Chapel Hill.
They're not losing to Chapel Hill.
Like,
There's 20 conference games?
Yeah.
Oh.
You said they're going to lose to Chapel Hill. What Carolina team are you been watching? Why are you whistling? Why are you, we on a podcast? They want to know what
Podcast.
you're
Why
saying. Why are you whistling? I don't
I'm
understand.
about to throw my chair like Bobby Knight.
I'm trying to get under his skin.
You already are. You've been on my skin the whole last 15 minutes. No nothing happening, will you?
All right, Leatherface trying to get under people's skin.
All right.
You don't know what that is, do you?
No.
You don't know
Let us
Leatherface
know what you thought about this show. There's a little bit of
is?
hodgepodge. We had different topics today.
Oh, Ireland or Scotland? That's
Scotland.
who you got. Big rugby, Six Nations.
Ireland or Scotland?
It's a whole,
Ireland's
it's a whole island.
two good drinking countries. So let's see.
I mean, Ireland
I'm
destroyed
going Scotland
Italy.
because my boy wears a kilt on stage when he
Who
performs.
gets to see me in a kilt?
Jonathan Davis.
In just a few minutes, it's going to be the episode number 2 of the Crimson Mask.
Yes, sir.
And I will actually tag y'all on that.
Yes.
Thank God, because it's our damn show. God, you're going to actually tag us at our show. Thank you. God, where's our Facebook page at?
He just made it.
God, I knew that every time I type it in and it says Valkyrie to tag, and I can't tag my page. Oh, that's why.
Because I work.
The only person that's not sick in this building was you.
Would you like to see my daily schedules?
Yeah, you had one damn class.
Sick in the head.
We are glad you are here, John.
God, this has been a great show.
Another great show. Fun show.
The 25th anniversary show next week.
Yes. How are we at 25 already? Wow.
Feels like yesterday.
Because you're old.
Because we are old, yes.
Now we can do it. Now we can rent a car next week, Doug.
Heck yeah.
25 years old.
Yes.
That's funny.
And we will, anything else before we go?
No.
Well, we will see y'all in a week. Don't forget to like and subscribe on our various social medias.
Let's ramp it back up, Doug. Let's get William. Let's get it ramped back up.
Go Eagles.
Go baseball season.
Yes.
I cannot wait.
Yes. Go Dodgers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go Bravos.
Nah, go.
Okay.
That's just the other Red Sox. It's not
The Red Stinks.
the Red Sox. Yeah, let's not kid ourselves. We're gonna watch the 162-0 Dodgers win the World Series.
We'll get to that next very soon.
Yeah,
We'll
unfortunately.
talk about that on Chop at the Top.
Definitely.
I mean, you got Chop because you got the Braves.
Well,
And you
talk
got
about
top.
baseball. I
You
know.
got top because his top team is the Dodgers.
That's what I'm talking about. How do we go from? Okay, let's go. Let's go.
We'll see you in a week. Go Balls. Go Devils.
Go Tar Heels.
Go Knowles.